Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. In today's episode, we're very lucky to have a special guest, and that's Richard, the CEO of QuantStamp. So welcome, Richard.
Hi, really appreciate coming on the show. Thank you. Yeah.
No worries, my pleasure. So you guys are building a protocol for securely auditing smart contracts. You want this to be very scalable, very affordable, and obviously this is going to greatly improve the Ethereum ecosystem. So do you want to talk about the project a little bit, mate?
Yeah, sure. Like blockchains are secure, but smart contracts, they're not always secure because, as you saw recently with the Parity wallet hack, where over $200 million was stolen, it's possible for experienced programmers to make mistakes with smart contracts. And I'm really like a believer in the future of cryptocurrencies and also smart contracts. So we're trying to make it more secure for mainstream people to be able to use it. And part of that is building this automated system to secure all smart contracts.
I was going to say, yeah, it's a very timely issue with the sort of hacks we're seeing, as you said, even as recently as the Parity bug. So how did you get into cryptocurrency, mate? You guys have got a fantastic team of PhD students, some big partners, some venture backers. So what's your cryptocurrency journey look like?
Yeah, I never really understood Bitcoin. But when Ethereum came out, because I'm a programmer and I did algorithmic programming for many years for algorithmic trading, that really clicked for me. And so I was like a pretty early investor in Ethereum, and then I also invested in the DAO because this concept of like decentralized, like autonomous organization, I thought it was so cool. You don't have a centralized company, so I put all my ether to the DAO.
Yeah.
And what do you know? Like, the smart contract for the DAO was hacked, and there was a period of uncertainty there where I lost my ether, and then they had the hard fork, and that was kind of the moment of inspiration for QuantStamp. And so my partner Stephen Stewart, he also had a company in San Francisco, and we really connected over Ethereum. And since he had a PhD in software verification, I got into Ethereum a long time ago. It just naturally clicked that this was the right thing to do for Ethereum, and this will actually be a really great project where we help other projects. So.
Absolutely. So you recently got accepted to the Y Combinator. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so it's always kind of been my lifelong dream to get into Y Combinator. It is the premier startup accelerator in the world. The acceptance rate is less than 3%, and we're one of the few crypto projects to get in. I think that for us, it's very important to build long-term business success, and Y Combinator is like a great way to do that because we'll be connected with over 3,000 founders that have gone through Y Combinator and the massive network, and that can allow us to really leverage that and move also into the more mainstream instead of just being a crypto company. So.
Yep. You've also got some of the guys that are heavily involved with Ethereum as contributors or advisors as well. Do you want to talk about those? Or?
Yeah, sure. Actually, the ex-CFO of 10x, Chris Mies, has been staying at our hacker house for the last week.
Yeah.
We also have Evan Chang, who he actually invented LLVM, which is in every single iPhone and MacBook. And like we have really a stellar advisory team, and we also have a stellar team of engineers. I'm an engineer, and we also have experts in compilers, in web front end. And also like people who worked at Google and Facebook and Amazon.
Yeah. So very high quality team from what I've seen so far. So I guess you're trying to build something that's, rather than doing these audits manually, if you can build a really secure protocol, it's going to be cheaper for everyone to use. And we were saying in the pre-interview that people will be able to put their smart contracts through your system, and it's going to be able to safely say that yes, we can guarantee that this, and this are safe and secure. And then there'll obviously be room for other people that are doing very specific things and use cases to do the final checks manually maybe, but you're going for the sort of majority to help. The sort of one size fits all, we can guarantee that your smart contracts are secure in the following criteria. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. There's really two main things that we'll be checking. So number one is that it's not possible to steal the funds. So except if you're the owner, you can't have a random public person move the funds away from the smart contract. And this is similar to the first Parity wallet hack, where over $32 million was stolen.
Yeah.
The second thing that we do is we prevent denial of service attacks. So this is similar to the second Parity wallet hack, which happened recently, where over $200 million was stolen. And that's where the funds are locked in and actually nobody can access it, and it's just kind of destroyed forever.
Yeah.
So because the scope of the problem is very limited, we can apply our brute force techniques to isolate that and make sure people are secure from that.
Beautiful. So I guess, do you want to talk about, you've got your ICO coming up on Friday. At the moment, you're in the process of everyone that's whitelisting, doing those know your customer checks. You've got a very fair ICO structure and you're only going for a hard cap of $30 million. So look, congratulations to you guys. That's the sort of thing that I like to see for the community, rather than these cash grabs going for over $100 million and the whales get involved and then dump on market. So do you want to talk about the structure of the ICO, man?
Yeah, sure. So I really want, like when I started this token sale, I really wanted to take it back to the roots of crypto, where it's all about the users getting value. And so when we started, I invented something called proof of caring. So not just anyone can contribute, but only people who care about the project. And I thought that's very important to build a strong community. And going to the main sale, it's similar because each person has an individual cap, and we're really running an extremely rigorous KYC on top of that, because all me and all the team were vested over 3 years, and we're really interested in building a long-term business. So it's important that we've conducted the sale with integrity. Yeah.
I think you can very much say that you've done that, mate. So congratulations. There are a few other people working on this similar style project. So I've covered Etherparty, Blockcat, and Agrello. Personally, I think there's definitely room for multiple projects to succeed. But where do you see you guys fitting into the grand scheme of things, and in the coming years, where would you love to see your project?
Yeah, so I really believe in the future of smart contracts. So right now, like the killer app for smart contracts on Ethereum is just token sales. And that's like really a simple application. And in the future, I actually see a more real world businesses moving on to smart contracts and giving more value to users. And those are quite complex. So where I see QuantStamp in the future is that it is a seal of approval that can be applied to all smart contracts, regardless of complexity. And give trust to users. So I think that is where QuantStamp will fit in.
Well, mate, I think you've got a great mission. It sounds like you've got a very capable team. I wish you guys all the best and good luck with your ICO. And I think what you're doing for the community to make Ethereum smart contracts safe and secure, everyone really appreciates. So thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Cheers. Thanks, Richard.